So, good morning or good night, good evening, depending on where you are in this world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about something different in the channel. We're tackling another reggaeton urban music record from an artist from Puerto Rico. His name is Rauw Alejandro, and he has a new album that just came out this Friday called Cosa Nuestra-Capitulo Cero. So this is a prequel to Cosa Nuestra, which I gotta be honest, I never listened to it. So my knowledge of Rauw Alejandro is he has some songs with Bad Bunny, and I've listened to them. So I thought, like, yeah, let me give it a chance. So this is an album that has 14 songs, 44 minutes in length. And to prepare, I listened to this album and I saw Saint Lowe's interview, which was a good interview actually, with Rauw Alejandro, and they talk more about this concept. So, like I said, this album is a prequel.
There's only two of us. Prequel. I like it. Morgan's too.
Yes. So I was thinking, do I need to listen to the other one to understand this story? And I'm thinking, I don't think I need to. I think I can listen to this album as a standalone. On the interview that I watched, he said that he called it Chapter Zero because he follows more of the music that goes on his other albums. So it's like a companion piece. Why call it a prequel and not a sequel? I don't know. I'll have to ask Rauw for that answer. So, yes, let's talk about this album, shall we? So, the first three songs of this album, I gotta be honest, I was bored. Like, I'm like, isn't this supposed to be a reggaeton, like with bomba and like some influences of Latin culture? Why is it so boring? Like the first songs, I'm telling you, it's a slow start with Carita Linda, Caribeño featuring Sasso. And that one, there's a part where, I don't know, Sasso is like Caribeño, ño, ño, Caribeño. And then you think it's going to pick up when Raul comes, but it's so slow and so monotone that I'm thinking, like, why are they starting this record so boringly? Then it goes into the third song, Waban Sex, and I thought, okay, this one's gonna be a sexier track, and it tries, but also it kind of takes a little bit to move. So the first three songs of this record are kind of a snooze fest, so it's not a good start for Cosa Nuestra Capítulo Cero. Hence the prequel, the prequel curse. So does it get better? Yes. Thankfully, the song number four, I think it's better. It picks up with better beats, and it's called Buenos Términos. And then you have like a more danceable reggaeton beat, and it's about like breaking up with some. They want to break up with someone on good terms, but she says she's bipolar. But at least it's like I got some of the energy and fun. I'm like, finally, after three snooze fest, we get something to wake you up. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna get better. Then they have a song at number five, which is Silencio, which is a pure bachata track. And I hate bachatas. I just hate that guitar part. So that song didn't do anything for me. So I was like, like maybe for people who like bachata, they will like it, but I'm not a fan of bachata. So that's a song I'm like, skip. I listened to it a few times, but I'm like, okay, I don't want to listen to it anymore. After this, the album gets more fun again. Thank the Lord. And it has some more like two reggaeton tracks that follow it that brought some needed energy to this record with El Cuco, which features another artist. And El Cuco means like the boogeyman. And that was like, it had some fun, some good beats to that track. And it follows maybe one of my favorite tracks from the record, Contrabando, which features Wisin and Yengo Flow. And that one has like a more 90s old school reggaeton vibe to it. You know, Wisin is there to say And he usually says how many copies they were sell. But on this one, he goes like Capítulo Cero, papi. You can touch it. We see he's there to like hype it up and say like the name of the albums, just in case you forgot what album you are listening to. So I think these two tracks again they bring some much needed energy to a record that at the beginning is it's painful to get through. So after that, we get a romantic track called Nostalgia de Otoño, which means nostalgic for the fall. And this one has a guest star by De La Rose, and the music starts like really pretty. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a very pretty song. But then I listen to the lyrics. So the lyrics, Raul Alejandro is reminiscing of how it's like the fall, it's raining, and then he thinks of an ex and he is horny. And the song implies that he wants to touch himself. I'm like, okay, like, who said romance is dead? But then the song gets more interesting because it brings the female side of things with De La Rose. And then she's like singing, like, yeah, she misses him. She wants to get him on the phone so she can touch herself when she's listening to his voice. I'm like, okay, this is a song about horny phone sex.
I'm horny. I'm horny.
Yes, both Rao and De La Rose are very horny on this track. But if you just listen to the music, it has some great, like, beautiful beats to it. Musically, it's really beautiful, but it's explicit as fuck. They talk about like, oh, I want to chingarte, which is a slang in Puerto Rico to fuck. It's like saying it not a pretty way. It's not saying let's make love. So, but the song I thought it was good, and yeah, it follows that formula of like she's saying like she's horny, she wants to touch herself, she misses him, and then he's like, oh, only you could make me calm or hard or whatever. Please keep children away from this review. So yeah, at least it's a cool song, even though it's so horny. It rivals some of Bad Bunny's horniness. After this, we get another more like a reggaeton slow song with Naufragos, which is all about like reminiscing about someone, like they were gonna go so far, but they're drowning. So it was entertaining and it had some good beats to it. Then we have Besitos en la Frente, which is more like Caribbean sounds with some reggaeton, a little bit of bachata, but not that much. So it wasn't as terrible as Silencio for me. Then you have another like danceable track called Santa, which features Aira Star and someone named, not Russian, RB and Free SS, Roshan. And this track it's more reggaeton, but oh my, I don't know who is this. I think it's the Robshan guy. He sounds like like he was thrown in a computer and made to sound like an auto tune robot.
It's starting to sound like a robot, right?
Yes, that's what it sounds like. So the song is okay. So then the next three songs on the album, which end the record, are more salsa tracks. So we have Callejón de los Secretos featuring Mon Lafarte, and that's a great duet from Raúl Alejandro and Mon Lafarte, which is a great singer. She's got a great voice. I've listened to some of her stuff, and this song is all about like they're reminiscing about like they used to be together but they're not together and they're wondering if they made a mistake, if they should get back together but they can't because they're both in respective relationships. So it's a salsa tracks have been doing this through the end of time, since the beginning of time, I'm sorry. They've done this, but I thought that it's one of the better tracks on the record, and I like Mon Lafarte's vocals with Rauw Alejandro. So I think out of the songs that have guest vocals, I think this is the best one in my opinion. Then you have Falsedad, which I think was a single, And that one is another salsa track, but this one's only featuring Rauw Alejandro. And I gotta give props to Rauw Alejandro. His salsa singing voice is actually quite good. I got reminiscent of old like Jerry Rivera and other salsa artists from Puerto Rico. And the song is all about his like thinking about an ex, but she wasn't good. She was like she didn't keep it real, falsedad. But now she's with someone else, but he's like, oh, it's not gonna last because you're not real. It's got a good beat to it, and I think Raúl Alejandro's like salsa voice is good. So I think if he does more salsa stuff, I think it really suits his voice. So that's my opinion on that. And then the album finishes with Mirando al Cielo, which is like a more slower salsa track. So is this album good? So this album for me, it's a mixed bag. There's some solid stuff in there, but there's some stuff that really absolutely put me to sleep. I think the main problem with this record is the sequencing. I think, like, for example, the first tracks are very slow, then you have the more beats in the middle, and then it's pure salsa. I think they should have like placed stuff like in different areas, just like Bad Bunny did with his last album, Debí Tirar Más Fotos, which the songs are placed in different areas. So there's like I know, Raul, you want to let the people know you're from the Caribbean and you have different sounds, but I think the sequencing to this album is a disservice because he should have mixed like put some salsa tracks in the middle, put some reggaeton like faster songs to start, so the flow of the album would have been better. Because the first songs of this album, I'm telling you, they were I was bored with it. Thankfully, it picked up. So if this was an Is It That Bad episode, this would be like a thumb sideways. You know, it's there's some decent stuff on it, but there's some stuff that I thought like didn't land and didn't grab my attention at all. But it's not a bad record. Maybe what I could say is like maybe it's just not for me. But I think that Raúl Alejandro's salsa voice is actually quite good. So if he if he would say I'm gonna become a full salsa singer, I think go ahead, man, because you have the voice. So yes, this album ponders the questions. Sometimes prequels can suck. Yes, I'm looking at you, Phantom Menace. So I want to know from you, Couchers, what do you think of Raúl Alejandro's Cosa Nuestra Capítulo Cero? Did you enjoy this record or you didn't enjoy it? If not, comment down below what are your favorite tracks from this, or if you've never listened to it, tell me which album from him I should listen to. Because I've heard some things about the album that's like a beach to Saturn or something. Maybe I should check out that record instead. Maybe it's a little bit more fun because I was looking for more fun, and this album lacks a little bit of fun, in my opinion. So, Couchers, if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So, until next time, Couchers, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on the couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.